Hello all, welcome to News Today. In this series, I will not be discussing about daily newspaper, but will try to cover the news that is important from prelims perspective, which is compiled by Vision IAS only. So we'll be trying to do it every day. So today I'll be covering 20th and 21st of July 2025. Okay. Without any fuss, let us start the topic. So India EFTA Trade and Economic Partnership Agreement to come into effect from October 1st, 2025. So this topic is about free trade agreement. So first of all, we need to understand what a free trade agreement is. Here, India and European Free Trade Agreement have come up with a new agreement for free trade agreement. See, generally we have this kind of associations between countries, agreements between countries. One is preferential trade agreement, free trade agreement, comprehensive economic agreement, customs union, customs common market, and economic market. Or otherwise, in other words, we can say that generally trade which can be regulated by this WTO as per this WTO rules, and furthering that we have this framework agreement, which is nothing but this free trade agreement, where two countries or combination of few countries, both they will be giving concessions to particular set of goods. Some lower tariffs can be there, and timetable to negotiate free trade agreement will also be there in the next one. And in the next level, we have this economic partnership agreement. They will remove most of the internal barriers, but includes services. And also we have this free trade area or customs union we have, right? Customs union, that also. They remove internal trade barriers and retains external barriers. That is one thing. And also we have this common market, FTA plus common external barriers, and free movement of labor and capital also seen in this common market. But here we are seeing only FTA between India and TEPA. TEPA is nothing but Trade and Economic Partnership Agreement. So let us come discuss about this European Free Trade Association. European Free Trade Association is an intergovernmental organization for the promotion of free trade and economic integration of its members. It's an intergovernmental organization within the countries. Who are those member countries? Switzerland, Iceland, Norway, Liechtenstein. SNIL. SNIL, you can remember it like that. And this EFTA is not a part of EU. It's not a part of EU. But it is an intergovernmental organization which promotes free trade and economic integration among their countries, Switzerland, Norway, Iceland, and Liechtenstein. It is actually founded by the Stockholm Convention in 1960. That's not so important. But the important part is that India and EFTA Trade and Economic Partnership Agreement is going to be commenced. What are the benefits for India? It is the first binding commitment, which means that first FTA making a binding commitment of $100 billion investment and 1 million direct jobs in India. That is why it is important for us in the next 15 years. So how much are they going to invest? $100 billion they are going to invest, and also they are trying to create 1 million direct jobs. In return, India will allow several products such as Swiss watches, chocolates, cut and polished diamonds at lower or zero duties. It's like a mutual benefit only. And also another important benefit for India is that it has this market access. EFTA market access offers 100% of non-agri products and tariff concessions on processed agricultural products. Mostly it is based on non-agri products. Sectors such as dairy, soya, coal, sensitive agricultural products are kept in exclusion list. So it's mostly on non-agri products. And also we have tariff reduction. EFTA will eliminate or reduce import tariffs on 99% of India's exports, and India will eliminate or reduce import tariffs on 95% of the exports from EFTA nations. And EFTA India trade relation, how it used to be. In 2024 and 25, India and EFTA trade totaled how much? $24.4 billion. It means that between this EFTA and India, trade was about $24.4 billion. It means that goods were exported from EFTA to India, and India exported some goods to EFTA. But there has been a trade deficit for India. That trade deficit was mainly because of imports of gold from Switzerland. Among EFTA countries, Switzerland is the largest trading partner of India, followed by Norway. That thing you need to remember, because in prelims UPSC is asking such kind of questions. Next, that is the topic about EFTA and India. And next one is Kashi Declaration adopted Youth Spiritual Summit for Drug Free India. So it means the topic is about drug abuse in India, or to make it a drug free India. So let us see the various initiatives taken by India for controlling this drug abuse. We have certain laws which are Narcotics, Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act 1985. We call it popularly as NDPS Act. NDPS Act of 1985. This is very famous. And also Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan 2020 is such thing initiative. And also, if we come to the status of drug abuse in India, as per this National Survey on Substance Abuse 2019, prevalence of alcohol is one thing, cannabis and opioids is another thing. So prevalence of alcohol is at 14.6% between age of 10 and 75 years. So between 10 and 75 years of age, 14.6% of the people are using alcohol. And the other thing is cannabis and opioids. Cannabis, you must be knowing it. It's weed, you call it in local language. And opioids, it includes heroin or the next commonly used substances in India. And what are the factors behind this drug abuse? People generally tend to go for drugs for some kind of relief or something like that, right? So it's very easy for especially UPSC aspirants to understand the driving forces behind this drug abuse. Yeah, just kidding. And there are the social factors, economic factors, psychological, academic or work stress, and also availability, such an other thing. What are the social factors? Peer pressure is one thing. One friend forces other friend to take up the drug, right? And family conflicts, social isolation. So see, family conflicts, that thing is okay, but social isolation, most of the UPSC aspirants face that, right? So yeah, when in isolation, you read some kind of a book, polity, Lakshmikant or something else, but don't go for these drugs, okay? And economic factors, unemployment and poverty. Oh, somewhere we have seen this, unemployment and poverty. Okay, UPSC aspirants, fine. But don't go for drug abuse. And the thing is that if you are poor, how can you afford a drug? Okay. And psychological factors, mental health issues like anxiety and depression. Oh, again, fine. Fine, that's okay. Anxiety and depression, drug is not the solution. UPSC is the solution, okay? And academic and work stress, high pressure in education, jobs increases risk, especially among youth, okay? Don't get pressurized. And most of the driving force is the availability. India is located between Golden Crescent and Golden Triangle. These places are near to India, where drugs are mostly cultivated and processed and exported. So what is the Golden Crescent and Golden Triangle? Golden Triangle is the place where this Myanmar, Laos and Thailand, this place where the drugs are mostly cultivated. And the Golden Crescent is the place where Iran, Afghanistan and Pakistan, you can say PAI here, crescent, pi, crescent pi, you can remember. And Golden Triangle, TML, Golden Triangle, okay? These are the two places that you need to remember. Golden Triangle on the right side, crescent on the left side. Yeah. And what about this Kashi Declaration? Kashi Declaration is nothing but it's just a roadmap and how to deal with this drug abuse in India. So what could have been the decisions? They propose this institutional mechanism for multi-ministerial coordination. Oh, blah blah blah. These the things everybody can understand, right? But the thing is that in this declaration, they tried to come up with this joint national committee, annual progress reporting, and a national platform for linking affected individuals to support services, rehabilitation, and everything, such things like that. And integration of spiritual, cultural, educational, and technological efforts to prevent addiction. Okay, and please don't bring this peer-to-peer pressure. Don't pressure someone to get into these drugs, okay? And as part of the broader Mera Yuva Bharat framework, the Youth Spiritual Summit laid the foundation for National Youth-led anti-drug campaign. That brings us to the question, what is this My Bharat? Mera Yuva Bharat, My Bharat. It is an autonomous body set up by Government of India for the promotion of youth development and youth-led development. That's it, My Bharat. Okay, and this Kashi declaration sets a 5-year roadmap. So whenever you come across a drug free India or drug abuse in India mains answer, what you have to write, you have to mention this Kashi declaration. Okay, that's about that topic. And come to this next one. China begins construction of world's largest dam on Brahmaputra river. Brahmaputra river in Tibet is called as Yarlung Sangpo. So this brings us to the topic. China is going to build world's largest dam. Already the world's largest dam is in China only, but now they are constructing even more bigger one. Yeah, now see from the map point of view, see this is Arunachal Pradesh, right? And this is Brahmaputra, which takes a great U bend and it enters Arunachal Pradesh. And this is where they are trying to construct this world's largest dam on this Yarlung Sangpo river. Okay, and once it's completed, it can surpass the scale of China's Three Gorges Dam on the Yangtze River. This was the largest dam as of now, Three Gorges Dam. And Brahmaputra flows across Tibetan Plateau, carving out the deepest canyon on earth. So what are canyons? Canyons, as everybody know, by the soil erosion or water erosion, we get these rills, a little bit bigger ones are gullies, and then ravines, badland topography will come, and after that gorges, and finally canyons can be seen. Okay, Grand Canyon of America and Grand Canyon of India we have, right, in Andhra Pradesh, that thing. And key concerns associated with these dams. What are the problems with dams that you can come up with? If they construct a dam here, water will accumulate somewhere here, and if they suddenly release this water, what will happen? All these region will get flooded. That is one thing. Disaster risk is the problem here. And also there is another risk. This increases the threat related to earthquakes. Tibetan Plateau frequently experiences earthquake as it is located over tectonic plates. See, this is a Eurasian plate, this is Eurasian plate, and this is India plate. It came this side and it hit this region, and what has formed? Himalayas have formed, and also a little raise in the platform here, plateau you can say, that is Tibetan Plateau. This is tectonically active. So if you construct this dam, what will happen? It causes more earthquakes. It might cause more earthquakes. Okay, and what are the environmental challenges? It may cause disruptions to local ecology and downstream water flow. It will affect biodiversity and agriculture as well. It's like a chain of reactions, right? And geopolitical challenges, China can potentially weaponize water as a bomb. They can suddenly release this water, and what will it impact? This Arunachal Pradesh, the whole region will be flooded. Next, cultural challenges. Project threatens tribes like Adi tribe in Siang Valley in Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, whenever you come across a tribe from the news, try to make a list of it in a separate notes and try to revise them. And what are their what is their culture, what is their way of dressing, what is unique festivals to them, all these things you need to make a note of it. And what is a tribe that is present in the Siang Valley? Adi tribe. Okay, and China India have established experts level mechanism in 2006 to address transborder river issues by sharing hydrological data on Brahmaputra and Satluj. Hydrological data must be shared between China and India as per this agreement, experts level mechanism in 2006. It is also building its hydropower dam on Brahmaputra in Arunachal Pradesh. But the most crucial part of this topic is that both countries are not signatories to UN Convention on Law of Non-Navigational Uses of International Water Courses 1997. Okay, United Nations Convention on Law of Non-Navigational Use of International Water Courses. Okay, this much big they might not ask, but it's better to have that in your mind. And come to the next topic. ICMR is developing indigenous multi-stage malaria vaccine named Adfalcivax. So this topic is about malaria. So let us understand something about malaria. Malaria is a life-threatening disease caused by Plasmodium parasite. Okay, it is caused by parasite, not virus, not bacteria, not fungus, nothing like that. It's caused by this parasite and does not spread from person to person. Malaria mostly spreads to people through bites of some infected female Anopheles mosquito. Female Anopheles mosquito. What is the geographical prevalence? It is mostly found in these tropical countries, and we have 5 species of malaria in humans: Plasmodium falciparum, Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium malariae, ovale, and knowlesi. Okay, it's just to it's good to have some idea. That's it. That would do your job. And what's happening with this malaria? India is developing an indigenous vaccine, Adfalcivax. So what is something unique about this vaccine is that it has this dual stage targeting of Plasmodium falciparum. It is the deadliest malaria parasite species. That one thing you need to remember. This dual stage is nothing but this pre-erythrocytic stage, liver stage, and transmission stage, which is sexual stage. So this is dual stage targeting Plasmodium falciparum. You are not doctors, you are not scientists, you don't have to dig too much into it, but you should understand that at least this Adfalcivax is dual stage targeting of P falciparum. That's it. That would be enough. And how they have come up with this vaccine? Recombinant chimeric vaccine. You see, chimeric itself, the word itself means combination, chimeric combination, or you can say fusion. Okay. So this recombinant chimeric vaccine refers to vaccines that combines antigens from different stages of parasitic lifestyle. So different stages have come together and made a new vaccine. So that is this combination or a fusion. That is why we call it as chimeric vaccine, recombinant chimeric vaccine. And first of all, recombinant DNA technology is a process where DNA molecules from different sources are combined to create a new DNA sequence which is required, which we want. So indigenous development means India has developed it on its own, and it has entered this global league. So advantages over existing malarial vaccine is that it has got this broader protection because it has got a dual stage protection, and it lowers the risk of immune evasion and potential for being long term immunity. It will give long term immunity because it is covering 2 stages here. Extended thermal stability, it means that it can stay over 9 months at a room temperature. Cold storage linkages, all these things, that you don't have to worry much about it. And it is also cost effective because it is produced in safe and scalable black bacterial system, Lactococcus lactis. Okay, this is about ICMR, which is developing this vaccine, Adfalcivax. That's about it. Nothing much to be worried about. And national sample survey complete 75 years. You must have heard about this national sample survey. Whenever you want to take some information or opinion of certain people and how they are behaving, like how they are spending their money, that can be done by this national sample survey. Okay. So what are the major surveys of national sample survey? Urban frame survey, annual survey of industries. This one is important. Annual survey of industries. If people are preparing for UPSC, EPFO, have a look at it. Annual survey of industries. And periodic labor force survey, PLFS. We commonly come across this in our UPSC preparation. So this PLFS started from 2017. That please keep that in mind, and has been the primary source of statistics on labor force. And what about this price survey? Price survey is this consumer price index, urban, rural, agricultural labor, rural labor, or given by Ministry of Labor, but the survey is conducted by this. And NSS was established in 1950 by P.C. Mahalanobis. This person, P.C. Mahalanobis, is called as father of Indian statistics. Okay, please remember that. And National Sample Survey, the ministry is Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, MOSPI, and headed by Director General. He is responsible for conducting large scale sample surveys. And what do they cover? They cover about this population, birth, death, migration, fertility, family planning, and whatnot. They also delve into other things such as non-agricultural enterprises in unorganized sector. Okay. Collection of rural retail prices in rural areas also done by this person only. Village surveys they will conduct. Infrastructure facilities in Indian villages. And we have these 4 divisions of National Sample Survey. What are these 4 divisions? Let us see and logically try to understand what is what. Survey design and research division. So first of all we need to design the survey that is located in this Kolkata. It is responsible for technological planning only of surveys, how it must be done and what has to be the things, parameters, all these things done by survey design and research division. And field operations divisions, which is headquartered in Delhi, Faridabad, responsible for collection. That is logically understandable. And the other thing is data processing division. You see, survey is designed in Kolkata, field operations done from Delhi, and that data has to be processed again from Kolkata only, right? So data processing division, headquartered at Kolkata, is responsible for sample selection, software development, all these things, back end things. Survey coordination division. Coordination division is in New Delhi. This is about National Sample Survey, which completed 75 years as of now. Okay. Now, let us see something about this M23 rebels. See, we have this Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda. Both are fighting for what? Minerals, which are naturally available. So Rwanda people want equal share in this minerals, and the Congo people are not giving it. So what will happen? A rebel group will emerge. That's what is happening here. M23 rebels have committed to a permanent ceasefire in eastern Congo. So by this time you must be understanding this M23 rebels placed in this eastern Congo side. We'll see the map also. And first of all, let us see something about this M23 rebels. M23 or March 23 movement primarily consists of ethnic Tutsis, is a major armed group fighting Congolese forces. So M23 forces are fighting Congolese forces in mineral rich eastern DRC. What they are fighting for? They are fighting for protecting minorities and distributing resources evenly. That's it, nothing else is there. And how they have come up and what has gone and who are there, nothing much so important. At least you should remember this Tutsi led rebel group is this M23 group. M23 name comes from this March 23 movement. That's it, nothing else. Yeah, but let us see the map here. And this is Rwanda. You should see the interviews of president of Rwanda, how he defends his country. It's a really beautiful thing. I'm not supporting the president of Rwanda here, but I'm just stating that he really backs his country really good against England especially. Okay, so this is Democratic Republic of Congo, and you can see this in the map. And far eastern side of this place, we have this M23 area of operations. Here, this M23 areas of operations, they're asking for this mineral distribution. Next, let's come to the next topic, Bitra Island. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but it's a noun, and you're free to pronounce it the way you want until the person who named it comes and tell you. Okay, Bitra Island. Lakshadweep administration is considering acquisition of Bitra for defense purposes. So who are trying to acquire Bitra? Lakshadweep administration is trying to acquire for defense purpose. They are trying to acquire what? Bitra Island. So Bitra Island belongs to India or not? Absolutely belongs to India only. Bitra Island is a part of India only. Part of India in Lakshadweep. But due to this administrative purpose, national strategic safe defense purpose, we are trying to take Bitra from the Bitra people for this defense purpose. That is the whole point here. But what do Bitra people will do? They'll protest, obviously. They'll go to courts and ask for not to do such things. We have 350 people, Bitra people living in this island. It is the smallest inhabited island in the territory of Lakshadweep, having an area of 0.105 square kilometers only. And you should remember the location here. It is near the Agati Islands, Arabian Sea, obviously left side. And it is categorized as AW. AW is not A, but tropical savanna according to Köppen-Geiger system of climatic classification. Tropical savanna is wet and dry. Alternate, that comes under geography. You deal with that later. And average rainfall received is 160 centimeters a year or 1600 mm a year. moderate only. And about Lakshadweep, it is the smallest union territory. Island consists of 36 coral islands, and atoll, lagoon, reefs are the three main geographical features. Okay. Next, Codex Alimentarius Commission. See, let us see about this Codex Alimentarius Commission. It is an international food standards body established jointly by FAO and WHO. FAO plus WHO both has come up for what? International food standards. That body is called as this Codex Alimentarius Commission, nothing else. Okay, in which year? 1963, long back, very long back, they have come up with this, and it is responsible for implementation of joint FAO and WTO food standards program. That's okay. And Codex Alimentarius or international food standards and codes of practice that contribute to safety, quality, and fairness of international food trade. How safe, how good quality, and the fairness in the trade must be. All these are regulated by CAC, Codex Alimentarius Commission. And the point here is that India has been appreciated by the CAC for the standard developments for millets. Okay, India, has much affinity for this millets, right? Okay, yeah. And Food and Agriculture Organization is headquartered at Rome, Italy. That also keep that in mind. And the next topic is Kamchatka Peninsula. You see, the Kamchatka Peninsula, the news is that we have got this 5 powerful earthquakes struck offshore in the Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula. So it brings us to the point that Kamchatka Peninsula is in Russia's border. That's one point. And it also a peninsula. It means that 3 sides water is covered. That's okay. Let us see the map later also. And it is located in the Russia's Far East. It is surrounded by Bering Sea, Pacific Ocean in the east, Sea of Okhotsk in the west. Okhotsk current also we read in geography, that thing. And it lies on the Pacific Ring of Fire. All these things we'll try to see in the map. Often known as land of fire and ice. Kuril Archipelago extends from the southern tip of Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula. If this is the peninsula, from the southern tip, Kuril Islands will be there. This Kuril Islands is a group of disputed territories between Russia and Japan. It's very much important. And these Kuril Islands are placed in the northeastern coast of Japan's Hokkaido Island. Japan have 5 major islands. Of these 5 major islands, north one is Hokkaido Island. Next, let us see the map here. Yeah, Bitra Island. Let us see the map for Bitra Island also, Lakshadweep. So this is India, and this is Lakshadweep. In this Lakshadweep, we have all these islands, right? It's almost to the north part. We have this Bitra Island. Bitra Island is very small. They're trying to occupy it for defense purposes. And now come to this Kamchatka Peninsula. Kamchatka Peninsula is somewhere here. This is Russia and this is Japan. So, southern part of this Kamchatka Peninsula, we have this Kuril Islands. Okay, Kuril Islands. This is disputed land between Russia and Japan. This is Hokkaido Island of Japan. Okay, this is mid part of this Japan. And yeah, you can see the whole map, and this is Pacific Ring of Fire. This is Pacific Ring of Fire. That is why this part is called as place of fire and ice, not like Game of Thrones. That is different. And in vitro biotransformation. Let us break this word and try to understand what is IVBT. So about IVBT system, in vitro biotransformation system. So biotransformation is process by which a substance is chemically altered by metabolic activity of biological agents. These enzymes will chemically alter a substance. That is nothing but this biotransformation. When this process is carried out outside the body, then it is called as in vitro. Vitro means glass. So if it is carried outside the body, then it is in vitro. Using isolated cells or enzymes, it is termed in vitro biotransformation. So what is happening here? Chinese researchers have developed an in vitro biotransformation system that synthesizes sucrose from methanol. So methanol, from methanol we are synthesizing what? Sucrose, not we Chinese people. So while methanol was derived from industrial waste or carbon dioxide, what we are converting this carbon dioxide or industrial waste into methanol, and this methanol to sucrose. So artificial of conversion of CO2 into food and chemicals will address environmental and pollution related challenges. That is a point here. Okay, if you are trying to write any GS 3 questions, you can quote this. That's about in vitro biotransformation. And next one is biomolecular emulator. Emulating means we are imitating something. What are we trying to emulate? Biomolecules. Bio means life, molecules, combination. Okay. About BioEMU. It is developed by Microsoft and researchers at Rice University. And what they do? They predict the full range of shapes of proteins naturally explores under biological conditions. Actually, protein just, excuse me, it will not just exist like that. It will, it will be unfolded. Slowly it will try to fold itself, and finally it becomes a folded protein. And how it will transform in this direction will be predicted using a software. Okay, that's what they are trying to emulate here. Biomolecular emulation. That has been developed by this Microsoft. Nothing else is there. A new deep learning system has been developed. If you remember last year Nobel Prize, for discovering these protein structures only, they have obtained this protein structure. These protein structures were identified using a software called Rosetta software. Rosetta software. They have got Nobel Prize. Similar in that lines only, this Microsoft, they have used AlphaFold, which is a software, which is AI model developed by Google DeepMind to predict proteins structure. What are the benefits here? Faster, cheaper, enabling large scale predictions. It can generate thousands of protein structures per hour on a single graphics processing unit, GPU. We have you might have, some of you might have bought GPUs also for your gaming. So for the single GPU, thousands of protein structures can be generated per hour, and is also an open source model. It means that everybody can have access to how it works, and they can use it for their own benefit. Okay. And next topic is Hathi tribe. Yeah, please keep that in mind. This today's lecture is about 20 and 22, which means it is 2 days current affairs. It will be a little lengthy. Here Hathi tribe. Hathi tribe has come up in news, and it flooded Instagram like anything, because one woman, she has married 2 people from the same home, same house, brothers, that too. Yeah, let us try to see this Hathi tribe. It is a close-knit community in the Transgiri region near Giri and Tons river of Himachal and Uttarakhand. So this Hathi tribe, which is present in this Himachal and Uttarakhand region. And what about Adi tribe? Adi tribe is present in Siong Valley of Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, like that you need to add up all these news at one place. And the tribe is named after their traditional occupation, selling homegrown produce like meat, etc. at small markets called hats. From there, the name Hathi has come up. What is this Tons and Giri river? If you see, this is the Himachal Pradesh, and this is Uttarakhand state. This is the border. In this border, we have this Tons river and Giri river. In this southern position, part of this Himachal Pradesh, we have this Hathi area. Please take out your atlas and see where this Hathi are present. Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand border. Yeah. And what is the problem? What is the news here? A traditional polyandrous marriage known as Jajda was performed among the Hathi tribe, which is a scheduled tribe. And polyandry is a form of polygamy where woman marries more than one man at the same time. And also, if they are brothers, we can call it as fraternal polyandry. That is another thing. Reasons for polyandry is that why a woman has to marry 2 men from the same family, because it will keep the ancestral land not fragmented and ensures ancestral land is not divided. promoting brotherhood and joint family, etc. But they must be so much of open minded for these things to be done. It's not that easy as you think. Yeah. And also we should embrace every culture that as it is. Next, Mangar massacre 1913. This Mangar massacre has happened in Rajasthan region. You see, tribal communities from Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Maharashtra gathered at Mangar Dham to reiterate their demand for separate Bhil Pradesh. They are now asking for Bhil Pradesh. So, what is this Mangad Dham? It is a site of Mangad massacre of 1913, also called as Jallianwala Bagh of Rajasthan. But actual Jallianwala Bagh happened in Punjab, Amritsar. Right. It is located in Banswara district of Rajasthan. And what about this Mangar massacre in 1913? Actually, under the leadership of this Guru Govind Giri, bills assembled to demand for higher wages from their landlords. But actually, what happened? These British people have, they thought that these people have come up to protest against the British government. So, what they have done? They tried to bomb them and fire directly into the crowds of assembled tribals. So as a result, 1,000 to 1,500 tribals were killed in the incident. That's what happened. So that is why it is duped as this, Jallianwala Bagh of Rajasthan. So all these tribals, all these Bill people assembled, for this Mangar massacre remembrance, and they are asking for this Bill Pradesh, a separate state. That's about that topic. Please try to remember that 1913. And personality in news, Mangal Pandey. Mangal Pandey, everybody understood, everybody know this from this modern history topic. Mangal Pandey, he stood against British forces. Why? Because they have introduced these greased cartridges where it supposedly made from pig fat. Okay, that soldiers, some of Indians are not supposed to touch, but they had to open it with their mouth. That's what happened. So he protested against British, and what happened later? The issue of grease cartridges broke into open mutiny on March 29, 1957 at Barakpur. So what happened? He was court-martialed and hanged at Barakpur on April 8, 1857. But what are the things that you need to get from this incident and from this personality Mangal Pandey? Some values you can get from him: courage, leadership, determination, patriotism, integrity, you can say, right? He did not flinch. He just did not accept what the things as it is. He protested against it. He did not go against his principles, beliefs, and all these things you can write it in your GS4 answers. That brings to the end of this lecture, and I think, yeah, it's a little bit lengthy, but I'm happy that we have covered 2 days in one shot. Thank you. See you in the next class.